Hey everybody, Matthew and Josh here from MiniWarGaming.com, and in today's Warhammer 40k Battle Report, we'll be playing with the two newest codices. I will be playing the Sisters of Battle with the Order of the Argent Shroud against Josh's Adeptus Mechanicus from the Lucius Forge World.
We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming's Warhammer 40k Battle Report.
Let's start by taking a look at my 1,500 point battalion of the Adeptus Sororitas. Like I said, they're the Order of the Argent Shroud. This does two things for my army. The first one is the most important. In the shooting phase, if any unit that normal moved or advanced counts as remaining stationary. Just in the shooting phase. Or it says until the end of the shooting phase, but really it just means basically the shooting phase stuff. So that's right, you get to move and fire multi-meltas without penalty. Heck, advance and fire multi-meltas without penalty. And everything with the order keyword gets that, so that's everything except my Hospitaller, which doesn't really care about advancing and shooting. So she just don't care. She just don't care about that. I'll be taking the Sacred Rite, where 6s to wound for ranged weapons do an extra AP. That'll be helpful for the heavy flamers, the few that are in here, and then for the bolters all around. And yeah, so that's my order. I'm not taking the Warlord trait. I probably will never, I don't know. Unless Josh can do a lot of mortal wounds, I'm not likely going to be using the stratagem either, because their stratagem basically is a 4-up to ignore mortal wounds. So the moment mortal wounds are inflicted to a unit, I can spend a command point, ignore it on 4-up until the end of the phase. So it's useful against an army that does lots of mortal wounds. Do you do lots of mortal wounds, Josh?
I'm trying to think if I do any of them anywhere. No, I don't think I do.
Okay, well, then we won't worry about that stratagem. The Warlord trait is more for a close combat sister, or for, close combat sister, and I don't really have any. Well, kind of, but not really. So this will be led by a Canoness, and her Warlord trait is the one of the 6-inch bubble of +1 to the Shield of Faith, to, I think it's core in character, so they'll have a 5-up invuln instead of a 6-up invuln. And her Warlord trait, sorry, that was her Warlord trait, and her relic is just the Book of St. Lucius, which extends her auras by 3 inches. So it'll be a 9-inch aura instead of a 6-inch aura. There wasn't really much to choose from. A lot of the relics and Warlord traits have to do more with close combat. I got a Palatine as well to fill up my HQ slots. She's got a Plasma Pistol, got a 4-up invuln. Other than that, I'm actually spending no command points pre-game, which is weird because of how this army is built. And then I have an elite choice right here, a Hospitaller, used to run around giving 6-up ignoring wounds and healing, and also bringing models back. And then we got lots of infantry and lots of transports. I've got 6 troop choices. 6 minimum squads of sisters. That's right, I went to the opposite this time. A lot of minimum squads. Each one will have a combi. There's a little bit of WYSIWYG here for the combi weapons, but they're a combi melta, a multi-melta, and a simulacrum. The banner. It's a banner. And there are units of 5, and they're all going to ride in rhinos, because rhinos can hold 10, so they'll hold 2 units. So that'll be kind of handy to get them up the field, and then they jump out and they get to advance and fire their multi-meltas, and just be happy about that. And then in our heavy support, we've got 2 squads of Retributors, a squad with multi-meltas and a combi flamer, and 2 ammo cherubs, and a squad with heavy flamers and a combi melta, so the opposite. And they'll be riding inside of immolators. I purposely didn't bring a 6 Retributor so that we'd have room for our characters. And then we have a squad of Dominions with 4 flamers and a combi melta. And the cool thing about Dominions now is that when they're inside of a transport, when you deploy them, the transport gets to make the free move. And it doesn't restrict it, saying that as long as there's only Dominions inside of the transport. So you could actually get a Rhino, put Dominions inside of it, and put some Retributors inside of it, and then it gets that free 6-inch move. It's just a 6-inch move, but still, that makes them 6 inches closer to the middle of the table. But in this case, they'll just be riding inside. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, I might swap it out so that they're riding inside with one of the squads of regular sisters, and then the Hospitaller will go somewhere, or go in with just a regular squad of sisters. Either way, we're going to have an immolator here, another one with the multi-meltas. I think I have too many multi-meltas, but I don't know if there's such a thing as too many multi-meltas, but we'll find out. That's really all there is to my army. It's pretty straightforward. I'm just trying out that, advancing and firing at full ballistic skill, and being just able to advance and fire is kind of nice too. And we'll see how that works with all the different stratagems that I have access to.
Here we go, Forge World Lucius. So those unfamiliar, I get to add 3 inches to the range of all of my guns. Super, actually kind of handy dandy on them.
Even grenades?
I'd have to double check, but yeah, I believe it's all ranged weapons.
Wow, okay.
I hadn't thought about grenades. Good call. I'm gonna have to throw grenades at you now. And then the other thing is, anytime that you target anything Lucius, with a weapon that has a damage profile of 1, I get to add 1 to my save.
Oof, that's a lot of my weapons.
Right,
I do have a lot of multi-meltas, but there's also a lot of bolters and flamers and heavy flamers in there too.
Yeah, super cool. I actually kind of like this. So, starting by looking at the HQs, I've got a Scutarii Marshal there, who will be my Warlord with the Exemplar's Eternity and the Programmed Retreat Warlord trait. So that's allowing a squad nearby, or one that has the data tether keyword that they can get a couple different ways. They can fall back and still shoot. Again, I think that this will be handy because it'll be able to prevent you from tying me up some of these big squads. I've also got a Tech Priest Engineer and then a Tech Priest Manipulus. The Tech Priest Manipulus will have a transonic cannon, and then spent 1 CP for the Mechanicus Locum, which gives him a Warlord trait of the Luminescent Blessings. That's allowing him to pick I believe it's a core unit nearby, and you do this in the command phase. They can't be wounded on better than a 4-up until my next command phase.
So transhuman physiology, basically.
But not just for a single phase, and it doesn't cost me any... it cost me 1 command point to be able to do it at the beginning of the game. Because, the extra Warlord trait. Looking at my troops, I've got 2 squads of Scutarii there, both 20-man squads. I've got a squad of Rangers with a Data Tether and Omnispecs. The Vanguard have the same thing, Data Tether and Omnispecs. For the Rangers, I decided to upgrade the Ranger Alpha with Host of the Intermediary to give him the Firepoint Telemetry Cache, which is essentially just allowing me to get the benefits of light cover on a squad. And then if they're already benefiting from light cover, I just get to add an additional +1 to their save. My other 3 troop choices, I've got 2 units of Cataphren Breachers. Going to run them with the Heavy Arc Rifles and Hydraulic Claws, and then a unit of Cataphren Destroyers with Heavy Grav and Phosphor Blasters. Moving over to my fast attack choices, I've got a 4-man squad of Cerberus Sulphur Hounds. No upgrades there, just nice and basic. And then going to try to jump on the Iron Strider Ballistarii train. So I got the 3 Chicken Walkers. I'm going to run them as a single squad and give them all Twin Cognus Las Cannons. Honestly, for 225 points for the 3 of them, I think it's an absolute steal. I'd love to run the big units. We don't have quite that many chickens. Maybe one day. And then heavy support choices, 2 Onager Dune Crawlers with the Broad Spectrum Data Tethers and Neutron Lasers. That is my 1,500 points of AdMech.
Today's battle is from the Open War Mission Pack. For deployment, Player A Deployment Zone runs the short table edge and is 18 inches away from the center line of the battlefield. Player B Deployment Zone runs the short table edge and goes all the way up to the middle of the battlefield. However, 12 inches is cut from either side and contributes to the no man's land area of the battlefield. The objective is Objective Drop. It states, place 1 objective marker in the center of the battlefield. At the start of each battle round, the players roll off. The winner can move the objective marker 2d6 inches. Starting from the 3rd battle round, a player scores 1 victory point if they control the objective marker at the end of their command phase. In addition, a player scores 2 victory points if they control the objective marker at the end of the battle. The player with the most victory points at the end of the battle is the winner.
And we'll be playing on this wonderful table by Table War with a bunch of ruins from GameMac.eu, and then some of the trees are from Foreground and Model Builder Supply. And some of them are aquarium terrain that our friend Adam at Greenleaf Terrain repainted and added all sorts of fun stuff to make them look really, really cool. And so don't forget, if you're a Silver Vault member, you can get discounts at a lot of these places actually, plus like 50 other companies. So you can check that out at miniwargaming.com/silver discount, whether you're a Vault member or not. You can see what's there. You can only get the coupon codes if you're logged in as a Silver member. Let's roll off and get playing. I won the roll off, so I chose the safer of the sides, which was the advanced position, and also you get to start on the objective, which is kind of nice. Not that you get to score it yet. You have to wait till the 3rd battle round. So I've got pretty much most of it out of line of sight. There is a spot right here where if Josh had deployed up to his 18 inches, and that he could have moved up and shot down that lane, but he was timid and didn't even use his full deployment limit, which was up to here, I think.
Somewhere like that.
And he just decided he wanted to be a little more laid back because this huge ruin, I can just step into it and start firing multi-meltas.
Yeah, with the way the board's set up, I'm trying to be a little bit more kind of conservative. And I think I can probably withstand some shooting turn. I don't know why I said that out loud. I think I can withstand some shooting turn 1. and see how it goes.
Well, let's roll off. Winner must go first.
And then, worth noting, I've got 2 squads set up in Teleportarium, both of my Breacher squads.
That's right. That's a stratagem that you can do,
Yes.
right? Yeah, I have nothing in reserve, and everything's in transports. Okay, roll off. Winner must go first.
Dang it.
Josh must go first. Now roll off again, and we'll move the objective right now before it's your turn. Winner moves it, so I move it.
Oh.
Do me a favor, just roll your die again. We've got to roll 2d6. So it's going to go 7 inches. Well, I'm just going to use that to pull it back into my territory a bit more, making it even harder for you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Also, before Josh goes, I can move my transport with the Dominions inside of it, but I don't really want to because I've seen now where he's set up. Maybe I'll just like inch forward a little bit, but the idea here is that there's no way he'll be able to see it. So there, I got a little out of my deployment zone because of that. If I could do a full move, then I would like zip over here or something. But even that might be dangerous, to be honest.
These guys get a 3-inch move as well.
They got a little Vanguard move. A whole 3 inches. Slow down, guys! And you're still in your deployment zone.
Our legs are
Why
mental.
didn't you just put them up further if you wanted to start them there?
Well, okay, so part of the mindset is if you went first, I was trying to limit the range of both weapons.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So I'm going to move them there, and then move them another 6 and just follow up 9 with the rest of these.
Got
I'm
it.
not moving them all twice.
We'll get there in the movement phase. First, we've got 50% of your turn, which will be the command phase.
It's so bad. Looking at my options here, I don't think I'm going to be using any of my Doctrinas, because none of them will really benefit me.
You're just going to be basically moving this turn.
I'm basically just going to be moving this turn.
Do you have any shoot at a line of sight stratagems or stuff like that?
No, I don't have anything like that that I can think of off the top of my head. I didn't bring the vehicles that can do so. I do got to put some buffs up, so I'm going to make sure I'm doing this properly.
Oh boy.
I'm going to use the Luminescent Blessing, which is the Warlord trait. I select one Lucius core unit with a 9 of the Warlord, and you can't wound them on better than a 4-up. That'll be my Chicken Walkers.
What's their normal toughness?
6.
Okay, so multi-meltas will be winning on 4s instead of 3s.
Yeah, it's kind of... I also have the Firepoint Telemetry Cache, which I think I'm going to go ahead and throw onto the same guys, actually. So they're
What
going
does
to
that
get
do?
the benefits of light cover.
And if they're already in light cover, which they can never be, then they get an
Right.
extra +1, right?
Correct, and it specifies if you're already getting the benefits of it and you have the infantry keyword.
Ah.
That gets around Mars being able to do shenanigans with it.
And you got some other buffs,
He's got
but...
+1 to his ballistic skill.
Yay, but
You
you're,
have
you know,
+1
you're...
to hit, technically.
Right, and so you're not going to worry about that.
No,
So
not
this
at
is going to be a simple turn. It's going to be a before and after for movement, which kind of forces you to come forward. Don't worry, I'm not just going to hide the whole time. I promise to come out of my hidey hole.
Oh, I know you're going
Yeah.
to.
So
I think the other thing to make note of, we said we were going to play these is counting as 5-inch tall.
yes, so those will obscure you.
Yeah.
So you can still find some good hiding places as you run up. So anyways, here's before of the movement, and here's the after.
Yeah, so went ahead, ran my Rangers up.
Hiding them.
Yes, staying out of line of sight. The Vanguard as well as my Destroyers decided to kind of hang tight in the middle there.
Hiding.
I don't know. I
No,
moved
that's
him
it.
over just for fun.
He's not hiding.
Should I have moved him over, though? I mean, you'll be able to... No, yeah, actually, you know what? No, he's fine where he is. He stays there.
Still not hiding.
I changed my mind. He's kind of hiding.
Well, I mean, I can see him once I go
Ish.
into those ruins, basically.
Yeah, you'll have to come up into the ruins.
Yes.
And, like, some of the other ones might not have as easy line of sight on them. But then this whole block is moved over as well.
Which I could draw a line of sight to there with some luck. We've counted every single kind of tree as dense, so there'll be lots of minuses, and then you've got all your other bonuses, counting in light cover, that kind of stuff. Plus, if it's damage 1, then another +1 on top of that.
Yes.
No shooting, so this is actually your whole turn.
That's my entire turn. You are well hidden, sir.
Yes, and I want to acknowledge something right now, that because of the mission that we rolled and how everything worked out, it could be really dumb. I could just, caravan wagon train around the objective and follow it around, and because of this big piece of terrain in the middle, make it impossible for Josh to win.
Very
Hard.
difficult.
Hard.
There was a reason that I decided to deep strike them, and it wasn't just to be able to hit you first.
Right. Got it.
So
But we'll see what happens, and I'm going to try to be a little aggressive and show off some cool stuff, because in the end, I'm an army that could advance and shoot at full ballistic skill, and so I want to show off that kind of cool stuff. I had a brain fart. I forgot to roll a miracle die at the beginning of the battle round. It's a 6! Oh boy. That's an invuln. My command phase is quite simple. It's as simple as Josh's shooting phase was last time. I do nothing, except I guess I gain a command point. So, yay.
that's something.
I'm up to 13 command points. It's weird. especially because I just looked through all my stratagems. I didn't find a whole heck of a lot that are going to be useful to me this game. But the few that are useful are really good. I've done a lot of calculations on where I could go and everything, and even though I do want to be aggressive, and I will, I'm not just going to hide here the whole time. I'm going to hide here for the first turn, forcing Josh to get a little closer. I've done, like, the problem is, like, I could get my Dominion squad out and move up and tow in the ruins and fire into them, but because they benefit from light cover and your Lucius thing is +1 save if it's damage 1, they'll be a 2-up save. And even if I use my 2 command point stratagem to hit you 24 times automatically flamers and Holy Trinity to wound you on 2s, like, so let's just say all 24 of those get through. That kills 4 of them, right? Now, a couple more because...
There's a couple ways to... Yeah, there's a couple other mathematical changes. That's really depressing. I hadn't thought about it that way.
Yeah, right? So, yeah, that makes them base... And then you just fire back and kill me.
Well, you should get, what, 18 wounds on average?
Well, let's say I got 24.
Yeah.
Just say maximum, because I'll be wounding on 2s, right? So let's just say I get maximum. So 24 wounds, and
20 on average, but it doesn't.
Now 6 of those, so 4 of those will be 6s,
And
right?
so I only get
Those are
3
AP
ups.
-1, so those are 3-ups, and so you lose 1 or 2 guys there. So you lose like 5 or 6 of your 20 vanguards, and to my Dominion squad that I just spent 3 command points to do that, and then you fire back and kill them all. So
Without even breaking a sweat, like, it'll be so much overkill, and you'll kill. What you said, you killed 4?
4. If I spike
That's
it, let's
30.
spike. Let's say 7 or 8.
Yeah, they're 8 points.
That would be a
pop.
huge spike,
Yeah.
huge spike. So I could very easily kill only 3 or 4. I don't have any easy way around that. Adding AP or anything like that to it would be useful here. So, and they don't ignore. If it was the Retributors, they ignore cover. So that, and they're heavy flamers, so they're -1. So you still get the +1, but you'd essentially, so you're 4 up to 5 up, and you still get the +1. So you'd be back to a 4 up, and I'd be winning you on 2s again with the Holy Trinity. So yeah, that would be more sensible, because then I could wipe out a good portion of the squad before they died. So, but they're not in a position to do that yet. Where's the Palatine? Right there. So they could get out. They could possibly advance and get right here, but then I'd be throwing them away. I could do 3 mortal wounds to you as well with another. No, that's the wrong order. That's the one I did last time. So I'm basically going through all of this to try to tell you that anything I do aggressively this turn is just suicide. So I'm going to make Josh come to me a little closer. And so I'm going to basically just move back out of line of sight.
Okay.
I'm going to huddle up. I'm going to do the thing I said I didn't want to do, because I realize now that any moving forward is handing you the game instead, which is not what I want either. So a little boring. I blame this big piece of terrain in the middle, regretting sitting at the table that way now. I wish there was a bit more open lanes. But that is how I'm going to do my turn. And yeah, let's move the objective. All right. So don't hold back. All right, come forward.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't hold back and be like, you gotta go. You gotta run at me first.
I don't know what to tell you, man. All right, you win. Let's roll to see how far it goes. It goes 11 inches. All right, that's more like it. That excites me, because it gives the potential of the objective going to your side of the table, which is going to force us to finally engage. Still, nobody gets this yet. It's in the third battle round.
So I'm gonna get command point and go back up to. I'm at 10 now again. Ooh, you're just letting me become more powerful.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So let's give every Dragon Ball Z episode. It's just a chance to charge up. I am going to go for Benediction of the Omnissiah, which is a canticle, not a doctrina, and that'll allow all of my Cult Mechanicus stuff to re-roll a hit roll, a wound roll, and a damage roll.
And that's the Cult Mechanicus is all the not...
Cataphrons. Yeah,
That's
the non-Scutarii.
So the Cataphrons and the big guys?
Nope, there's Scutarii as well.
Oh, okay, so just the Cataphrons.
So
and they're the ones coming in this
These
turn.
Cataphrons and those Cataphrons, correct.
Right. What's the negative to this one?
Canticles don't have negatives.
Oh, it's
only Doctrinas have
Doctrinas
negatives.
have the negatives. Right, because I would remember that.
Yeah, duh. Look at the rest of the buffs. We're going to have these guys get the benefits of light cover.
Again.
As well as they are going to get the luminescent blessing, so they can't be wounded on better than a 4-up.
Ooh, okay.
Because you explained how your flamers work, and I
They're
paid
terrifying.
attention just long enough to understand that that's bad.
Yeah, well, I can get it to a 2-up, basically.
Well, not anymore.
Fine.
The Doctrinas, like, I'm tempted to pop one, because there's 4 of them, and I'm going to use them each once, but I don't see any benefit of any of them right now. And I might want to use them later, so I'd rather have the variety later. Movement time. Squad Secretariat Vanguard there.
Advancing 6. Whoa, look at them go.
I keep just rolling high on those. I'm going to kind of continue to advance everything here. So the Marshal, I remembered his name.
So basically everything right here, let's do a before and after of this little grouping, because you're just going to be shifting into those ruins.
And everything has just advanced into position here, ready to jump out when...
The moment arrives.
Pretty much.
Everything is just shifted as well?
Just kind of...
You're waiting for the objective, hopefully, to...
I'm waiting for to see where the objective goes.
I hope for you. I guess no matter what, if I win the roll-off, I could force it to go there, too.
You could.
Part of me wants to do that.
Could.
And it's just to force it to be an interesting game.
Yeah.
That's part of this game, right? You got to make the games interesting.
Well, yeah. I'm trying to think of the best way to play this, and like me rushing forward is not the right call yet, but it might be. But that's why I'm saving that Doctrina. I got to bring in my reinforcements, though.
I forgot to roll my miracle die at the beginning of the battle round.
Oh, you don't need those.
It's a 2, so now I have a 2 and a 6. Then boom, teleporting in, we got 2 squads of Cataphren Breachers.
You got the name right.
I know, right?
I don't even get the name right.
Normally I have to say Cataphrons just to be safe. So they arrive at the end of your movement phase. I have no like Auspex scan or anything. Even if I did, I have no infantry on the ground. So you just get to go straight to your shooting phase.
This squad's going to start by targeting this immolator.
So that's the immolator that's full of multi-meltas.
I will believe you. Yes, that's why I'm shooting it. Indeed.
Is it? Or did you just guess?
I just picked one that I wanted to shoot at.
So,
I'm going to pop 1 CP for elimination volley, so 6s to hit, automatically wound.
Okay. So I will spend a command point and do Holy Smoke Screen, Batman! And just use my smoke launchers, which is -1 to hit.
Hitting on 5s. Ready to see some dice spike?
And 6s are the ones that auto wound. Oh, so there's a couple 4s, so my Holy Smoke Screen did indeed protect.
It did quite a bit. I get to reroll one of these.
Because of your Lucius.
The Benediction. That didn't help.
And so the 6 is an auto wound.
Yes.
And the other one's wound on?
4s.
Strength 7?
Against, they're strength 6, but against vehicles, they always wound on 4s.
I see.
I get to reroll a wound roll. No.
2 wounds?
Yes.
AP and damage.
-2, 3.
Brings me to a 5-up save. I'm not going to save these for... I've got a 6 over there that I could always use, but I don't think I need to yet. They both get through. I'm not going to use a command point reroll here, so that's 6 damage. Brings this immolator down to a 5. Sure hope it doesn't explode. Just realized what happened last game.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
What's the target of them?
I think I'm going to put all the shots here. I considered splitting them up or putting...
Well, now I still have the -1 to hit this one,
And that's
right?
the problem. That's why I don't want to target him. So I will target the immolator in the rear here.
Now you don't have that 6's auto wound anymore.
Correct.
But you do have the reroll 1 hit and wound and
Yep.
damage roll still. 4s to hit. Ah, look at those 4s.
Boom, baby. I believe.
Oh, and another one. Oh, not so blessed. And 4s because I'm a vehicle.
I'm going to fail it here, though. It's okay.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's a very cocked die. Why don't you reroll that one?
And then I get to reroll 1.
Okay.
Naturally.
Oh,
Okay.
That's 4 of them. That's enough to kill it, which means I'm going to save a die. So we got 5-up saves against these.
Yes.
So you've done 6 damage, which brings down to 5. You know what? I'd like to save the other one too, so I'd bracket a little less, so I have more multi-metal shots on you. But here's what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to spend a command point, and I'm going to check to see if the one stratagem still exists that lets me discard a miracle die and add 1, or add 1 per miracle die that I discard. So let me go check that. That stratagem no longer exists, which makes me kind of sad, because it was one of the ways you could use all your extra miracle dice. Not that I have a plentitude of them right now. So I'm just going to use a command point and do a reroll, because I have lots of command points. I fail it, so then I will go over and grab that miracle die, because I'd like to be bracketed a little less. I'd rather have saved a 6 for like a damage roll or an invuln, but I think, because with taking 6 wounds on my immolator, I think I'll be hitting on 4s, whereas if I took 9, I'd be hitting on 3s. And that brings that one down to 5. So both of these are bracketed once, so their ballistic skill is now 4-up. But you got your hydraulic claws, right? So you want to charge.
I do have hydraulic claws. So I'm going to charge with this squad first. Charging that immolator there.
Well, I am going to overwatch, and I'm sad now that I spent a 6 for my miracle dice. Although, it works either way. Well, this is scary for both of us, because I need 6s. But Josh knows if I get them that he's in trouble.
Yeah.
6s to hit. And I'm going to remember now, not that I had to before now, I get to reroll 1 hit or wound roll.
Ooh, okay.
So that's my full order thing. Oh, we got a hit. I'm not going to command point reroll another one of those. We're just going to try to help this. Because you're 3 wounds each on these things, that's
3
right?
wounds each, yeah.
So one will automatically die if it fails it. But they have a 5-up invuln, right?
I'd have to check. They might only be a 6.
Okay, so we're looking for a 3 to wound, I'm assuming.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I will use a reroll there. Oh, no!
Spend those command points.
Yeah, 2 command points is gone. Well, failure charge and all we have. That's a fail. You want a command point reroll that? You really want to get in there. Yeah, you will. Oh,
Command point reroll this one.
oh this is... Oh, no, we made it! Well, okay. I'm in trouble. Oh, no, I'm in trouble. Hydraulic claws. OP. OP.
The Arc Claws could arguably be better against you, but...
I don't care, man. Hydraulic claws are really good.
I know. You don't have Terminators, though. It's okay.
You want to try to charge with this one? Are you going to declare the Rhino as a target as well?
I'll declare the Rhino as the target, yeah.
Just the Rhino?
Just the Rhino. Well, does 9 get me into combat here? I don't know if I was careful enough. Oh, it does. Yeah,
It does, okay. So you can do both, just in case,
So yes,
right?
declaring both.
Oh, good. Oh, good. You only get to destroy 1 vehicle this turn. Well, goodbye, Immolator. And it was nice knowing you. Now I kind of wish it blew up so that I could have disembarked and made it an impossible charge. But it is what it is, right?
It's true.
I'm actually surprised I
Actually,
didn't lose an Immolator from your shooting, to be honest. So. And all the claws are in there. 3 damage apiece. Well, goodbye, Immolator. You got 3 attacks each, hitting on 4s. And you get to reroll one of those?
I don't get to reroll any. That's only shooting.
That's shooting? Okay. Well, that's enough hits anyways, because it's going to be 3s to wound, -2, 3 damage apiece. So you'd have to really whiff this, or I'd have to spike my 5-ups. Yeah, see, you didn't whiff. So
No, I didn't
that's
at all.
7 of them. I've only got to fill 2 of these. Yeah, so nothing's going to help me there. Do I blow up? Please no. 6, 6, 6, nope. Okay, good. I've disembarked in such a way that they won't be able to engage me with a consolidate. Unless you have a special, like, 6-inch consolidate on those slow little guys.
Not that I know of, no.
All right, let's not roll 4 1s like last game. Oh, still 2, though. That hurts. Well, we're going to take regular Battle Sisters with bolters. We've got a Hospitaller there to bring some back. And then the Immolator disappears. Goodbye, Immolator. And now you can consolidate if you so desire. And you're going to consolidate in there, getting right on my butt.
Just kind of making it awkward for you.
Oh, it's awkward. It's always awkward. Ooh, we got a morale check on them, but you don't have any minus leadership
penalties,
things.
no.
So they're leadership 8 with the superior in there. They've lost 2, so I can't fail it. And there's no point rolling it because a 1 doesn't get me a miracle die anymore. And I'm not the Order of the Martyred Lady, so I don't gain a miracle die for losing anything. Otherwise, I'd get one right there. And that's it for you, right? You don't have a fight again stratagem or something like that? Not that that would matter because you didn't declare it as a charge target. Okay, not bad. Killed one of my Immolators and partially crippled another one. That's a bit of a win. I will get a command point and go back up to 10. I got to be a little more careful how I'm spending these. The Holy Smokescreen totally was worth it, but obviously the Overwatch in the end was not. This turn is titled Pedal Tute Metal. Are you ready?
How can you make something cool sound not cool?
Thanks, Josh. Step 1 of Petal Tute Metal will be getting the Retributors with the multi-meltas out of this Immolator. Then they're going to move up, and then they're going to advance. So let's just do that all at the same time, because it's a lot of placing inside of ruins. Oh, it's a 5. It's a 5! Boy! That gets them up into here. They get 1 shot today, but it's going to be a good shot. And then the Heavy Flamer Squad will get out, move up, and advance. They're much closer. And they'll advance just 1. And they're going to be over there, as you can see. Hello. My Canoness will get out of here too and just move up to here. Remember, she has a 9-inch aura now, so she can clip both of these with their +1 invuln, as well as the reroll 1s to hit. That's the important part right there. The Palatine will also get out. I'm not worried about them being able to be seen because they'll have lookouts there like crazy. This squad of sisters is just going to move a little closer. And then we're going to disembark a bunch. So I'll show you the after. There's the after. Basically, everybody's gotten out except for the Dominions with Flamers. They zipped up here. So I'm hoping I'm going to do lots of damage with them and wipe out what's back here. That's the goal. Now, at the end of the movement phase, the Hospitaller will spend a command point to bring back D3 of those sisters. 2 of them are gone. Oof, only get 1. Well, it's better than nothing, right? Better than nothing. In the shooting phase, we're going to start over here. Do you have any defensive stratagems for these guys?
No.
No, so they're just a 2-up save, 6-up invulnerable save.
Yes, sir.
So basically, it's going to be all about the Meltas. It's all about the Meltas. So let's start with the further away they are, the more I want to start with them, because then they'll be more likely to be in Melta range. So we're going to start with this Battle Sister squad right here, and they're going to fire everything into these Cataphren breachers. So we're going to start with the Melta gun and Combi Melta. So these all, at this range, they're both going to operate the same because I am treated as remaining stationary.
Multi-Melta and Combi Melta, right?
What did I say?
I think you said...
Did I say Melta and
I think you
Multi-Melta?
did, yeah.
So it's Combi Melta and Multi-Melta, but the Combi Melta is not going to fire its bolter profile, obviously. Gotcha. So we're hitting on 3s and re-rolling 1s because the... Well, hold on, let me double check the aura. Yes, that 9-inch aura for the Celestians actually, or the Canoness is quite nice. So we're looking at 3s to hit. I get to re-roll 1 hit or wound roll. So it says or, not and or. So I'm assuming they mean that if I re-roll a hit roll, I don't get to re-roll the wound roll. So that's how I'm going to play it. 3s to hit. We got a 4 and 2 1s. Well, we'll re-roll these using the Canoness. So we've got 3 hits. And now we are going to be winning on 3s, re-rolling 1 of them. Don't need to. So you get 6-up saves against those 3. And you make none of them. Do you want a command point re-roll for a 6-up?
Nope.
Okay, one at a... No, that's just 3
dead.
dead guys.
Yeah.
Because it's minimum 3 damage. So 3 of them died. Did they blow up or anything?
Nope.
Didn't think so.
They are bikers.
Okay. This twin Multi-Melta is out of Melta range. And this Combi Melta is out of Melta range. So I'm going to fire this Battle Sister squad next, because I could always just, you know, if I'm going to be out of Melta range, I might as well fire at the other squad. So next squad into the remaining 1 breacher. So we'll have to roll separately, because the Multi-Melta is in Melta range. So 3s to hit, re-rolling 1s from the Canoness. Oh, that's a miss. And then 3s to wound. Okay, I won't have to use the re-roll. So that's minus 6-up, or he's
Beard.
dead.
No.
Oh, all right, that was easy. See you later. Yeah, they should die quickly. And I'll get a miracle die at the end of this phase, and I will try to remember that. Josh suggested I just roll it now and just make sure I don't use it this phase.
Big brain plays here.
Yeah, it's a 5. Hey, that's nice. That's good. That's good. We're going to have this Immolator fire at them, hitting on 4s because it is injured. Re-rolling, not 1s because the Canoness only does the core, but it does re-roll 1 for its order. So that's a fail. And we're looking at 3s to wound. 1 wound. I already used my re-roll.
No.
So that kills 1. Yeah, pull from the closest, obviously. Both of these squads, their Multi-Melta is now no longer within 12-inch range. So we're going to do this squad next, because the Multi-Melta is still in Melta range. Might be overkill that I'm thinking this hard. It's just, I want to make sure they're
You want
dead.
you to be efficient, and you get in the habit of being efficient all the time.
Exactly. They have nothing else to shoot at, so... And I still have a ton of Meltas to fire at them. They just are D6 damage, not D6 plus 2. So here's the Multi-Melta. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Nope. Wounding on 3s. I'll spend the re-roll here if I had to. 6-up. So that kills another one. And then we got the actual Combi Melta, which will be 3s to hit and 3s to wound. Okay, that's good. 6-up save. Oh, whoop, you made it. Never mind. I guess I have some bolters that are going to fire, I guess. So the bolt guns, I guess. 3s to hit and 5s to wound. I haven't used a reroll wound yet, so I guess I'll use it here. Nope, there's one of them. Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Failed it.
Huh. Oh, wait. Yeah, I was going to say, no, you're a 1-up save right now. But 1s always fail. Right. Oh, I guess we'll fire the other sister squad at them now that you're down and I'm not in Melta range. That also means the... Oh, frick. That Melta gun wasn't even in range. If it's not... If the Multi-Melta was... I didn't hit with it, so it doesn't matter. Actually, yeah, so it's all good.
Yeah, I saved it.
You saved it, so it's all good. So Multi-Melta on the next squad is in range. Hits on 3s. I'll take the reroll and the Canoness reroll. So they both hit now. 3s to wound. No rerolls here. So 6-up. Oh, 1 makes it. So D6 damage on the one that's at 2 wounds. And it dies. And I guess I have bolters I have to fire. You know what? I'll go back to the bolters if I need to. Let's just fire this squad. Because we got 3 Meltas in Melta range. So we'll go straight to that. 3s to hit. They don't get any rerolls from the Canoness. 3s to wound. I'll use my 1 reroll from my order. So 3 of them get through.
Triple six. I'm alive.
Yeah, there you're dead.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't have to be that efficient. But boy was I terrified of them, so I'm glad they're all dead. Well, I cleared the back lines just like I wanted to, so now let's try to clear some of the front lines. So we're going to start with my Retributors with Multi-Meltas and a Combi Flamer, and all of that is going to fire into your Iron Striders? Is that what they're called?
Yes, they are. I don't think I've got anything for this, but I'm gonna
Double check.
sure as heck look.
Didn't they used to have like incense things that were
That was
minus
the
one?
other squad.
Oh, okay. Because they
But
have.
I don't think that they can do that anymore.
Okay, I'm going to Holy Trinity it, which gives me +1 to wound rolls because I am firing a Melta, a Bolter, and a Flamer because the Combi Flamer is in range. You got no defensive stratagems here, right? With this only a 6-up invuln, so I should wipe them all out. If I have to use my ammo cherubs, I will because obviously they're about to die. So we've got 8 shots, starting with 8 shots with the multi-Meltas. Hitting on 3s, the Canoness is near enough to reroll 1s. So we'll reroll the 1, and then I will use a reroll here. So 3s to wound, or sorry, 3s to hit still. So 1 more fails. And then we're looking at 2s to wound, right? You're not toughness 8 or higher?
Nope.
Didn't think so on those
T6.
little T6. Right? No, that's pretty high for the chicken
They're
walkers.
great.
Yeah, so 2s to wound. The Palatine is near enough. I made sure that it moved up to reroll 1s. So we've got 6 of them.
Yep.
Most likely this is going to kill them. Oh yeah,
Okay.
I don't even have to roll because these are minimum 3 damage each. So that's 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6.
I guess if they blow up, so we'll start here and go down. Nope. Yep.
Just 1 mortal wound everything nearby?
I gotta double check, but I believe so.
Probably. All the like light walkers usually are just 3 or 6 inches, 1 mortal wound. The 1 mortal wound, 3-inch range from the first guy. So
No,
it should.
The second guy blew up.
Oh, okay. Well, you want to check ranges, or do you think he's in range of everything?
I don't think he's in range there.
Okay, so all the infantry out
Yep.
front. So wound on each of the characters, and then you lose 1 of your vanguard. Oh no, not that one. No, not that one.
Yeah, that one.
I'm just joking. Okay.
Totally that one.
Whoa, now for the one that's a little harder, we're going to put the other squad of Retributors, and we're going to fire everything into your vanguard, who are currently... Okay, so they get the benefits of light cover, is that right?
Correct.
I ignore that.
Okay.
Retributors lost their move and fire heavy weapons without penalty, but they gained ignore cover.
Nice.
And so you don't get that. So you're only 4-up save basic, right?
Yep.
And I'm a damage 1 weapon, so you
So
go
I
to
go to a
3
3
up.
up, yeah.
But I'm a -1 AP weapon, so you're gonna have 4-up saves against this. I can't do the Holy Trinity again, otherwise I totally would. So I don't get the +1 to the damage rolls. Although wait, I don't need
Doesn't
to.
matter. You can't
I'm
wound.
2s to wound.
No, you're forced to wound friendo.
Oh, right. Yeah, you gave. Yeah, because these are strength 6 heavy flamers. They're Ministorum heavy flamers.
Ooh.
They got special blessed Prometheum. I'm gonna do 2 things. I'm gonna spend 2 command points and do the Cleanse by Fire stratagem, which does maximum shots for flame weapons, so it'll be 24 auto hits. But then I'm gonna spend the 2 ammo cherubs as well. I'm gonna just do it all at once because I know the 24 is not gonna kill you at 4s to wound and a 4-up save. So like you're basically quartering whatever it is. So if anything, you should actually not lose more than, like on the average, I know, I always do the math and it always backfires. On average, you lose 9 guys from this, okay? There's also gonna be a combi Melta shot at them as well, and I'll just do the Melta profile. No, because it's just 4s. So I'll do both. So let's start with that. Rapid firing a bolter at you. Oh, they missed. And then the Melta part. I know I could, you know what, I'm gonna re-roll the Melta. Here we go. No, it's still, wow, it's a lot of 2s. So there's 36 shots in total. So this would normally just toast the squad. It'd be 2s to wound, re-rolling 1s. That whole thing that you give them, what is it called again?
The
protocol?
luminescent blessing, I believe.
Yeah, that I only wound them on 4s is a big deal. And I do re-roll 1s, thanks to the Palatine nearby. I already used my 1 re-roll because I forgot why bother with the Melta gun, but who cares? 4s, this is the first half. Ooh, that was pretty bad. Although the 6s are an extra AP, so I do need to mark that. So we got 5, that'll be 5-up saves. And then we've got 6 otherwise. And let's do that again, but better. So, re-roll 1s. We got 3 more 6s. But hold on, before you mark that down, Josh, let me re-roll my 1s. That was pretty subpar roll. Yeah, this is not, I didn't roll great. So much, I'm gonna have to count on Josh's saves being bad. So 3 more 6s, 4 more regulars. So this is the 6-up ones?
This is the...
So you have 5-up saves against the 6s and 4-up saves against the 4s.
These are the 4-ups.
4-up saves. All right, we got 4 so far.
Okay.
And these are the 5-ups. Ooh, 5, 9, 11. I just killed 11. Look at me, above average, baby. You're still very dangerous though with 9 of them left. I just wish now my Melta killed 1 more. Although I guess you could run, but you might want to just throw 2 command points at that, keep them alive. You should have 9 left after this.
Yeah.
There we go. And I'm going to use my 3 command point stratagem to fire again with the flamers. So 36 more auto hits.
You're not good enough. You're bad at bluffing. Again, I can tell you never played cards.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, no, I don't have that stratagem. What do I look like? Slanesh worshipping chaos?
That's weird. Every single chaos army. Yeah, okay, so this is my Khorne army, except for them. They like Slanesh. They got guns.
The Obliterators, Slanesh, and the Havocs are Slanesh.
Weird.
It's like, wow, that's just an interesting society where like, hey, you picked up a big gun, I guess you're a Slanesh lover. It's like, but I like Siege better.
Well, that's the thing is...
No, you like Slanesh now, okay.
I can make fun of people because when I do it with my Night Lords, with my Plasma Chosen, I do it for the better Death of the False Emperor, not for the shoot twice.
Right, of course. So that makes you okay.
I'm not a hypocrite.
Yeah, not of course. An interesting thing that I forgot about is that the ammo cherubs, the way they work is after you're done shooting, you can use an ammo cherub to have a model fire its ranged weapon again. The question is, does it have to fire at the same target? Because what I would have done is fired all that at them, then those 2 ammo cherubs fire 2 more multi-meltas into your big neutron laser wielding guy. I don't know the answer to that question, so I think I'm just going to not do it and be safe. Although that's not safe either, because if it is something I can do, then it's just playing down without any real reason. So I'm just going to double check the core rule. Either way, I've moved on. I've moved on from that. So technically, it's past the time for me to do it. It's just something that just occurred to me now. I'm like, wait a second. I could have done that. So I don't know what the answer to that is. I'm gonna find the answer to it, but I'm not going to do it if I can. Before I find that answer, I already found a reason why I wouldn't be able to do it this time. Holy Trinity, the stratagem, requires you until the end of the phase to only fire at that one target. So I wouldn't be able to do it anyways, but I want to answer for you and for me if in the future, if they fire without Holy Trinity, if they could, after they fire, use the ammo cherubs to target something else. The answer is it can be at a different target. And the rare rules shoot again. It talks about being able to shoot again. Model or weapon to shoot again, it must be completely resolve its first shooting attack before resolving the second. This can be at a different target. If a rule is used to make a unit shoot again at the end of the shooting phase, the phase does not end until after all these rules have been resolved. That's more for like stratagems that last till the end of the phase. So yes, I totally can use the ammo cherubs to fire at another target. But once again, thankfully I'm saved by another rule stopping me from being able to do that, so I don't have to look bad trying to either get Josh to let me go back and do something I should have done, or skipping it and just taking the hit because of Holy Trinity. So interesting. Good for further use though. That is the end of my shooting phase. The Retributors no longer count as having remained stationary. I've already rolled my miracle die. That's important because they can't charge, because if they still count as remaining stationary.
I gotcha.
And I would probably charge into your Vanguard. I know you have a fall back and shoot thing, but
the extra damage would have made sense, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'm spending the 2 CP to make them auto pass morale. When we get to that point.
Because you'd have to roll a 1 otherwise,
yeah.
I'm assuming, right?
And I'm not going to, see?
Watch. Oh, Josh! That's a 1. That was a glare, so you couldn't see it.
Look at Brandon edited it, so I said different things.
Yeah. No, 2 command points, Josh. It costs you 2 command. How many does that bring you down to, though?
I already marked them down. 6, I think.
Oh, okay, so that's significant. 8 to 6 is a big deal.
25% of my command points.
Well, if it was like 11 to 9, it'd be like, okay, whatever. You still have plenty left, and you're about to do. You should be able to do lots of damage back to me.
In certain spots, you still have a good amount of stuff hidden.
I know, but the Retributors. As you can see, they were the heavy.
That was a good trade though. So even if when I kill them off, that won't be a good.
I hope it was.
Trade for me.
They're quite expensive. They're 130, 100, anywhere from 100 to 140-ish per squad, because those multi-meltas are 20 points a pop.
Okay, so they are kind of pricey.
And the heavy flamers are only 10 points a pop.
Yeah, the chickens I think were 200-ish for the 3 of them.
Yeah, I'm happy with that trade because it forces you now to deal with them and it cuts down on some of your mobility. And the Vanguard are actually quite scary with their whole automatically wounding on 4 stratagem, I believe it is. When they're 3 shots apiece, who cares if they're only strength 3? And they can't use that against vehicles, so we'll see what happens.
I'm just thinking that the downside is knowing that, I mean, they're hyper expensive per model. So, I mean, that's going to eat into the budget when I order 9 more of them for the studio army.
So you lost 2 units of Cataphront Breachers, you lost your Iron Striders, and you lost more than half of your Vanguard. And yeah, I'm happy with that. Obviously, that was a good amount, and it's eliminated the threat to the back lines. Forced me, of course, to spend a turn back here because now I have to load back up on my transports and then move forward, and that'll take some time.
This is honestly the big part of the game right now.
Exactly, and now as we go into battle round 3, where does it move? Okay, Josh. 3, eh? I can beat a 3. I can't beat a 3. All right, let's roll our 2d6 together. Keep it low, keep it low. 4 inches.
Dang it.
But at least it's not 4 inches back where you just can't get it.
It's true.
Now, in the third battle round is when we start to have it. So you might, if you can move it in such a way that I'm not controlling it, that's important. Can you move it in such a way that I'm not controlling it? No, I got a Palatine right there.
Well, I had to zip up and try to take it.
That's true. That's true. You can stop me from getting it, but you're not going to get the points this turn. Beginning of the battle round, I also get another miracle die. I've got a 2, a 5, and a 4. No 6s, though.
Across the board, after getting my command point, I'm going to use the Doctrina to give myself the +1 to hit for shooting attacks.
And you get -1 for close combat?
Correct, yeah.
And who doesn't get that?
The ones that don't get that are this Tech Priest here,
And that's it?
this Engine Seer,
Oh, so everybody.
and then these guys.
Oh, okay, and the Cataphrons.
Yes.
Okay.
All I'm really going to do is the Fire Point Telemetry cache onto this squad over here.
Which does?
That's giving them the benefit of light cover, and if they're already infantry and benefiting from light cover, they get an additional +1.
Ah.
And then these guys can't be wounded on better than a 4-up. Because there's nobody else nearby that can really take that buff. Movement phase, we're going to start with the Sulfur Hounds. I'm going to pop the strat where they can auto-advance 6.
Does that also let them shoot?
Yeah, they can shoot after advancing with the pistols anyways.
So
But on top of that, they can even more.
They can even more. Now they can shoot and still, yes.
Yep. It's more of the shooting benefits for the other squad. But yeah, these guys, they just got to go fast.
All right, go fast. They're going to use that super fast movement to stop me from claiming that objective.
Basically, yes.
And they can also, you know, if for some reason your shots from back here don't kill those Retributors, then they can help out.
They're a little extra firepower. Speaking of a little extra firepower.
Just in case, right?
Yeah.
Got to take out those toughness 3 2-up save sisters. 2-up save because they're in cover.
Kool-Aid Man!
Breach!
Oh, yeah.
Get them through those walls. So they'll have +2 to their saves from that cover.
Yes.
And no Retributors to ignore that. That's right. Well, we know they're in cover. Just put them where you want. Oh, look at them going right through that ruins.
I'm still kind of not upset about where these guys are.
Why would you be upset? You put them there.
Well, no, it's more of... I don't think I'm going to bother getting into the cover. Because I can shoot you here, and it just means you got to come through all of this again.
Yeah, because if you go in the cover, then I just have to touch this cover, and then I can shoot you.
Exactly.
Now, mind you, you'll have a good save against it, but still. Oh, he moved. Look at that.
And then, oh, he's taking the +1 ahead.
Of course. Yeah. Of course.
Shooting, we're going to start neutron laser, throwing that down range into that Rhino there.
Okay, I think I will holy smoke screen this.
Okay.
Because right now you have a +2 to hit, 1 from your thingy, Doctrina,
One from the Doctrina,
and then 1 from the Tech Priest. And then you're -1 because of dense cover, so you're back to just a +1, which is at a 2-up. And then if I holy smoke screen Batman, then that makes you back to a 3-up. So maybe it'll save me. How many shots? Ooh, just 1. You want to re-roll that?
Sure. I got command points.
Oh, it's just 1. Do you want to re-roll that?
Yeah, I got command
You
points.
can't.
Do I hit?
Oh, my holy smoke screen didn't matter. Oh no! Oh, no.
Okay.
Man, they're so overpriced at 150 points. They do nothing.
I mean, compared to if I had 12 of those chicken walkers, again, like, they're so cheap.
Yeah, I know. For the viewers, our last game, I was complaining the opposite because you just kept blamming stuff with them.
Well, that's where I was kind of telling you, for those, watching, obviously, before the game, I was talking to Matthew, and I'm like, they're really good, but there's plenty of people complaining they're not as efficient as other stuff.
Well, that's
so
the thing.
bother?
Internal balance-wise, there are better things to bring, but they're still good, though.
Well, it's because of stuff like that happening.
Yes.
Instead, it could be the guaranteed 2 shots that...
Exactly. No, I get it. Yeah.
And so over here, I'm going to go, and these guys are all shooting into your squad with the multi-meltas.
So the Retributors right here with the multi-meltas. Oh, this is going to hurt.
4s!
Oh, yeah, they don't get the +1, do they?
They do not.
Look at all those 3s. Juicy 3s. What strength are they, though?
5.
Oh, only 3s. Okay, well, that was still a good roll. 8 of them. So that's 8 of them, and these are -3, you said?
-3, yeah.
So I'm a 5-up save or a 5-up invuln. So either way, it's a 5-up save. I'm going to roll the first 7. If I spike it, then I've got a 5 sitting over there waiting to be used. Wouldn't mind for them to stay alive, or at least draw more firepower in. I didn't spike it, so I'm not going to keep them alive. They are all dead. Goodbye. The Emo Cherubs fly off.
Here we're going to fire this giant anti-tank neutron laser at those sisters.
That makes perfect sense to me.
Yep.
D3 shots, you don't get any extra because I only have 5. Just 1. And it hits. And it wounds. That's AP what?
4, I think.
Okay, so I got a 5 up invuln because of the aura from my canoness. I fail, and one of them dies. Horribly. You still got a stubber though.
Stub. Okay, so we got...
3 hits. Is this strength 4?
Yes.
So 3s to wound. 2 up save. It's not -1, is it?
No.
Doesn't matter. I roll a 4. So we'll just kill a flamer in the back.
Transonic Cannon D6 auto hits for 2.
This is from the Tech Priest.
Manipulus. These are strength 4.
So 3s to wound.
That, I believe, is a mortal wound in addition to normal damage.
You do mortal wounds. I asked before the game. So
You said many.
I know.
You're doing many.
And you blew up too and did mortal wounds.
Well, okay, every vehicle does that.
Not every vehicle. Most vehicles. Yeah, because I have a stratagem that can ignore mortal wounds and a 4-up. I don't care about that right here because you're not going to keep doing more mortal wounds because it goes for the rest of the phase. So was that a mortal wound in addition?
Yes.
So what's the save?
I guess I should have checked that. It's -1. You're fine.
I'm fine. So I just take the mortal wound. Another flamer.
Okay, so Matt's pointing out I should just fire the Vanguard.
Well, they have no other targets, so you're just kind of like plinking a couple off. You might as well just
You know
kill
what
me.
also doesn't have any other targets? My Scutarii Marshal. So I'm just going to fire his Radiance.
Fire your red guns.
He
missed
hits.
it. Oh, he hits the 2?
That fails to wound.
Oh, what a surprise. Now fire your rad guns.
I'm getting there. All right, now the question is, should I go ahead and pop that stratagem? I'm not going to because I need my command points.
Which is the one that 4's auto wound instead
4
of 6's?
is correct. Now, I've got some bubbles around here that help out. So we got 2s to hit, rerolling 1s. 6 is auto wound.
What's the AP of these?
1.
Oh, okay, so I could survive. So 6 is auto wound. Re-rolling. There we go.
Ooh. And then these should be 4s to wound you.
Yeah, they're
reroll
only
1s.
strength 3. Hey! Maybe you were right to fire your other weapons first.
See? I know how to Warhammer.
We'll see, we'll see. Well, I got a 3-up save against those 15 wounds. I'm dead! You notice that, Josh? That would have killed all of them. Would have killed all of them.
Fun. Sulfur Hounds are going to Sulfur Hound the, what's her name?
Palatine. I did make a mistake there, putting her a little too far out front. She does have Lookout Sir on right now, but she's also your closest thing. So goodbye, Palatine. Hey, it'll give me a miracle die, though, when she dies.
Cool. Sulfur Breath.
46 auto hits. Yeah, that's 14 auto hits. Is it strength 4?
Strength 4.
3s to wound. Ugh. -2 AP, but 1 damage.
Yes.
6s don't do anything.
6s don't do anything now.
Well, I'll roll all but one of them. I got a 4-up save, and I've got some miracle dice if I get lucky. Woo, 4 of them. Let me go check how many wounds she has. I can't remember if it's 4 or 5. It might be only 4. I'm gonna let those go through. But what I will do is spend 2 command points and 1 miracle die on Divine Intervention. Divine Intervention, which is that she dies, but at the end of the phase, I place her back as close as possible to where she was, but not in engagement range, with as many wounds as I spent miracle dice, and I can do up to 3 of them. So you got her, but you didn't get her. And it doesn't trigger any of her death stuff, so I won't get any miracle dice for her dying, because she didn't actually die.
Right.
So I'm just going to put a wound on her, because I don't think you have anything that you could do against her, like charge or whatever. It doesn't matter. I'd have to put her back right there. It's as close as possible, so it just makes more sense to leave her. It just means if you had anything that could shoot at her, you can't, because it's the end of the phase that happens. Any other shooting?
I think that's it.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. Well, my Palatine will stay alive then. I don't know if that's worth the 2 command points and a miracle die, because if she dies, I gain a miracle die, and I could actually spend a command point and get more miracle dice.
You had to get rid of, what, a 2 there to do that?
2 command points and I got
a
rid of
miracle
a 2.
die of 2, I guess.
A miracle die with a value of 2.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if I only had 6s, I might be like, I don't know if she's worth a 6. But the reroll 1 bubble is nice, and she's not holding the objective. But yeah, even if you only have 1 on it, that's enough for me not to be holding it.
Yep.
But she can help with other stuff as I move forward to try to kill all your guys. Okay, that's it?
That's it.
No charges?
Nope.
All right, that's the end of your turn. No points scored, obviously, because it's all about controlling this one objective, which I won't score either in my turn, so it's really going to come down to who holds it at the end, most likely. My command phase, I get a command point, and that's it. I don't have anything else special in the command phase. I'm not holding the objective, so I don't get any points there. And then in the movement phase, the Dominion squad here is going to get out, move, and advance. Ooh, only 1. No, I've only got 5 command points. I'm not going to burn it on a reroll. And they'll get out right here, making sure the Combi Melta's not firing through dense cover. I wanted to roll a nice high advance. I could have put the Combi Melta right here and maybe popped your Marshal.
Yeah, that would have been the reason that I should have moved my Vanguard.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I don't really care. Oh, wait, I care. Oh,
whoops.
But I rolled a 1, and I'm not going to re-roll it. It's just not worth it at this point. This Rhino will advance, though. 5. This is going to come back and get on that objective. It's just one more body on the objective, basically. Back here, it's going to get kind of convoluted, but these 5 Battle Sisters are going to load up into this immolator right here. I'm going to advance that injured immolator. 6. Now it moves back to its normal 12, which is going to zip it right about there. Just out of Melta range of those horsies. Although, how many wounds are the horsies?
2 wounds.
Well, that could matter. I could roll a 1 for the
true.
damage, so it does matter. I'm going to do a before and after here because holding the camera and moving these guys precisely is going to be a little difficult. So here's the before. And there's the after. Very careful advancing. I wasted a reroll and didn't make a better advance. But I got all of my multi-meltas in range of the Vanguard squad, a few combi meltas.
Rangers. They range.
Whatever, man. Whatever. Some combi meltas in range of that. And I got the immolator up into the ruins. So the only disappointment is my Hospitaller didn't get a little further up. I'm only providing a 6-up ignoring wounds on 90% of my army, not on that 1 squad out front right there. Are you ready for the meltas? You ready for the heat?
I have to cough, but I'm trying not to on camera.
We're going to start in here. We're going to fire everything, the Combi Melta and all the flamers, into your Vanguard. These are the Vanguard. The other ones are the Rangers. I'm not going to Holy Trinity because I only get to wound you on 4s. So the +1 doesn't matter because it says unmodified 1, 2s, and 3s fail. So pluses and minuses don't matter there. I will spend 2 command points on Cleansing Flames to get the maximum number of shots from my Dominions, which would be 24 shots. The Combi Melta will only fire its Melta profile, so I can hit on 3s rather than 4s. Let's start with that. Let's just like one of them right away. And this is where I could re-roll something. That's a hit. Wounding you on 4s because you're a punk. Look at that. Take that, punk. 6-up invuln. Ah! And I do 4 damage to one of them. Splat.
Melt.
And now the Flamers, 24 auto hits. These are going to be wounding normally on 3s because they're strength 5, but they wound you on 4s.
Let's see those 3s.
But we want 6s. 6s are our extra AP.
No 3s.
Well, only 1 6. And we got 4 3s in there just for you, Josh.
Thank you.
There you go. I'll put those
appreciate
aside.
that.
That was a pretty bad roll, actually, overall. I have to say, I'm rather disappointed.
Average.
Nope, it's disappointing because there's only 1 6. And then we've got 10 others. Why don't you do that 1 6 first for us? See, you survived it. So they got 10 others. These are at +1 AP, or sorry, yeah, +1 AP. In other words, you get
A 3-up save.
3-up save. Because only 1 damage. No, I killed 4 of them.
It's not bad.
Well, I killed 5 in total, so you know. Their objective secured, so I've got to work on them. This one immolator only has a target of your horsemen. So we'll fire the multi-melta. Sorry, twin multi-melta. And since it's injured, it's only hitting on 4s. I get to re-roll one of them, though. Good thing. 1 hits. 2 hit. And now we're looking for, what's their toughness?
4.
So 2s to wound. Thank you. It's their invuln.
5s.
Oh, 1 is stopped there. I'm just out of 12-inch range, so this is only d6 damage. And you're 2 wounds each, right? Oh, good. I got 1.
And even though I didn't answer you, yes, you are correct.
Yeah, okay. Now, before you're out of range with the next one, my Canoness will fire her Inferno Pistol. And in case anybody's saying, hey, you advanced everybody, a reminder that my order allows me to advance and move and be treated as stationary in the shooting phase. 2s to hit, y'all. And 2s to wound. There we are. You get your 5-up invuln.
Let's roll a 5. No.
I'm not in Melta range because this one's only 6-inch range. And
Roll a 2-up?
I roll a 6, and the damage spills over and kills all 3. Oh, wrong game. I've got a sister squad right here where the Combi Melta's in range of them, but the Melta gun can see the Rangers. So I'm going to fire the multi-Melta that way and the Combi Melta into them. Let's do the Combi Melta first. It'll also be bolters, because I don't want to fire bolters at 2-up save, guys. I just don't feel like it, all right?
That's fair.
So Melta will miss, but I get 1 reroll, and I will use it here. And now it's a hit. 2s to wound. Rerolling 1s with the Palatine nearby. 6 or 5-up invuln. Oh, jeez. And damage. 2. Wow, just enough. And then we got 3 bolters in there. Reroll 1s with the Canoness, 3s to hit. And then we're looking at 4s to wound, reroll 1s. So 1 wound, no AP, so you get
3 up.
3 up, because you get that's with your +1, right?
Yes.
Okay, because they're normally 4 up. Multi-Melta into your Ranger.
You got it.
All right. Hitting on 3s. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. 2s to
What
wound.
a bully.
2s to wound, re-rolling. All right, that's 2 wounds at -4, so you got a 6-up save against these. Oh, come on.
No.
I say, oh, come on, because there's 20 of them, and I'm like, every little Melta shot I can get in there, just go away. I have one more squad that's the same thing. They're just in range there. I'm going to double check because I may have placed that one so it's only in range of the first one. And the answer is yeah. Okay, so I'm going to just put bolters straight forward into that one. So it'll be 4 bolters because we got the combi Melta, but I'll just play fire in the bolter profile. 3s to hit. No, I'll save the reroll for them. Sorry, then the multi-melt is going to go into the Rangers. So I'm saving the rerolls for that. And 4s to wound. 1 wound. Oh, reroll 1s. 1 wound. No AP. So 3 up. Okay, he's down to 1 wound. Multi-Melta! 3s to hit. No 2s, no 2s. Actually, it doesn't matter. Okay, I reroll. 2s to wound, rerolling 1s. It's 2 more. 6 up, invulns.
Beard! No!
Nope, 2 more dead. I'm going to kill a squad of 20 with nothing but multi-meltas. That's going to be my, like, epitaph. Killed 20 Rangers with multi-meltas.
This is one of those, like, dumb achievements in a video game.
Yeah, exactly. Next up, we have this squad right here. All the bolters will be firing forward into the no, bolters into the horsey, multi-melt into the Rangers. I think
Stop
actually,
with the multi-meltas.
I think the Meltagun actually might be in range of the horse. It is. So Meltagun and 3 bolters. The 3 bolters can't see you, so the bolters will go forward, and then the multi-melta into them as well. Meltagun into your horsey. Reroll 1s. The Canoness is nearby. She's watching. And then 2s to wound. It's a 6, so it's actually AP -5. I always want to point that out.
5 up. No,
You're dead. You only had 1 wound left anyways. So get lost, horsey boy. And then 3 bolters into your Rangers. I don't expect this to do anything. 3s to hit, rerolling 1s. Oh, look at those juicy 6s. I need those actually on the 2 wound. That could help. Because you're a 2-up saver now, not... Oh no, you're a 1-up save against
I am a
this.
1-up save.
So 6s don't matter. We're looking at 3s to wound. 3 wounds, 2-up save. Ha!
Dang it.
I killed 1! You can reroll it if you like.
No.
You thought of it for a second. You think.
They're all easier to pass.
Yeah, I guess it's true. Multi-melta. Reroll 1s. Oh. 2s to wound. Reroll 1s. 6-up invul.
Beard!
Nope, another one dies. So you've heard the phrase death by a million cuts, right? Imagine like being stepped on by a dinosaur a million times. What would that be called?
I don't know, like the energy you used to kill those 5 models could have like powered a city block for a week.
My electricity bill is going to be through the roof as I go to recharge the batteries on the multi-meltas. I'm not done yet, by the way. We've got an immolator who's going to fire at them.
Very efficient.
Twin multi-melta, hitting on 3s. Get to reroll 1 of them. The Canoness doesn't help with this one, by the way. Okay, so there's my reroll.
You stop.
2s to wound. All wounded. 6-up invulns. What are you waiting
It's
for?
-4, right?
Yeah.
Do I get 5 ups then? No, it's not single damage.
It's not single damage.
I did. Oh,
Dude.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. Because I'm assuming it's single damage profile weapons, not weapons that do 1 damage, right?
Yeah, correct.
Because otherwise I could roll a 1 for the damage. You could be like, well, I've got...
No.
But you don't roll damage
If
till
Games
after the
Workshop
save.
ever does that, I'm quitting.
Well, it's because you roll damage after the save anyways. Wow, I'm actually working through them. We're getting there. Well, we're not done yet. We got 2 more squads, right? 1, 2... Yeah, 2 more squads. And a Stormbolter. So, 2 more squads. Essentially, each squad is going to be firing a multi-melta and then 4 bolters at them. I take that back. I positioned them purposely so that only the multi-meltas could fire because I wanted to chain over to get all the buffs and stuff. But I have to do these separate because they have built-in rerolls and stuff. So the first multi-melt on 3s, reroll 1s from the Canoness, and then 2s, rerolling 1s from the Palatine. Come on. I need every single one. And this is the other one. I'll let you do them all at the same time. Reroll 1s from the Canoness, 2s to wound. So that's 4 more. And oh.
1 more.
Well, you didn't roll a lot of 6s up to this point.
I haven't yet.
Yeah, so I guess I can't complain too much there. And then Stormbolter. 2 shots from this. get 1 reroll because of the order. And then we're looking at 3s to wound. I've already used my reroll, so that's 1 wound, 2 up save, you're good. And I'll check the range. No, that's not going to be a range. I'm not even going to bother. So I think, how many did I kill?
10?
I see 10 left. Yeah. Huh. I'm happy with that. I wouldn't mind a couple more, because then it'd be below half strength. Actually, no, if you fail morale, that'll bring you below half strength,
Yep.
and then a bunch of them could run. Because
Twice as many.
they're going to fail on anything but a 1, I'm assuming.
Correct.
Right? And you've already used your 2 command point, don't run stratagem.
I did.
And you even wasted the 1.
The data tether helps a little bit, but like with that many casualties, it doesn't really help that much.
It would have to bring you up to leadership 12 in order to make a difference.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
Yeah. Well, speaking of morale checks, roll a 1 and you're fine. I can't see that.
It's a 2!
It's a 2!
No!
So that brings me down to 9. So you got to roll 9 dice. Every 1 and a 2 is another dead ranger. 1s and 2s. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Only 2 more. Could have been much worse. Wish it was. You lost 5 of your vanguard. 4 to flamers, 1 to a melta.
Yes.
So what's your leadership?
It's base 8. I think I might get +1, but I'll check in a minute.
Oh, just roll super high. See, doesn't matter.
Okay.
So one of them runs. You roll 3 dice every. Do you ignore combat attrition with nearby heroes or anything?
No.
1s and 2s. Oh no. One of them survives.
All right, boss man.
At least he's got objective secured.
He does.
Well, that looks kind of bad for you. I don't know how you feel
I
about
didn't
it.
hear no bell yet.
I didn't say there was a bell. I just said it looks bad.
Yeah,
It's not a final judgment. It's
not
an
over till it's
intermediary judgment. It's like, oh, they have a 66% chance of losing now. Not that you're going to lose for sure.
We just got. Yeah, I got a 50% chance of losing right now.
What you either do or you don't.
the dice roll.
Oh, the dice roll to see
Yeah,
where the
dice roll
objective
to see
goes.
where the objective goes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of a big deal.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you win it, and then we just roll a double 1, and that way I don't hide it.
Yeah, no.
And it just kind of stays right there. Okay, let's roll it. Roll off at beginning of battle round 4. Oh, you got a 5. You got a 5, Josh. You got it. So how far does it go? You better hope we roll high. Not bad. 9 inches. Oh, I'm not going to control it this turn. Maybe you will. I don't know. No, that's too far away from there.
Yeah.
All right, zip it around. Just bring it back.
Yep.
That's your only hope.
Basically, it's gonna go.
In fact, this is about, yeah, that's, I'm not going to say you're dead, because you can do a lot of damage this turn now. But you wanted that. Pretty bad.
I needed.
I should have gotten a miracle die at the end of the shooting phase when I killed your horsies, because that counts. And then I'll get 1 at the beginning of the battle round. So here's 2 new ones. No rerolls here. 6 and a 2. Ooh, it's a 6. So there's my miracle dice. 2, 4, 5, and a 6.
I get myself a command point.
Woo!
Woo. As far as canticles, I'm gonna go Shroud Psalm,
Which
which is gonna give me the benefit of light cover.
your whole army?
No, because it's a canticle. That's my non-Scutarii stuff. It's my cult mechanica stuff.
Which would be
Right now it's Cataphrons and Tech Priests.
okay.
And then I am going to go ahead and notice that I can totally toe in here. So I'm going to give myself no Doctrinas yet. Oh, it pains me to do it, but it's not the right call.
Which one were you thinking of? The +3 move?
I was assuming I was going to get stuck having to do the +3 movement.
Just to get that one into the ruin so I could shoot through?
Right.
Yeah,
But I
you
don't
need that
need
extra
to
firepower.
do that. So it'll be okay.
It'll be okay.
It's all going to be fine.
And then +1
So
to hit?
no Doctrinas. I can't +1 to hit here.
No?
I can +1 to hit over here.
Only the Tech Priest does that?
Yep.
I thought that both the Tech Priests had that +1 ability.
Well, that's a Tech Priest Engine Seer, and that's a Tech Priest Manipulus.
No,
So
I know.
he
I thought
Manipulus.
Right.
So his thing is that he is giving,
the only
I think
wounded
it's
on 4s.
core units. No, well, he's giving that as a Warlord trait, but his built-in thing is taking Arc, Radium, and Galvanic weapons, I believe, giving them +6 inches to their range and -1 AP, which he's now doing on that individual right there.
Nice. Okay, so nothing else in your command phase then?
Command phase, yeah. There's you know what? Homeboy here can only get wounded on 4s.
All right. If I want to kill that last Vanguard, I have to wound him on 4.
And they still have the, they're getting the Fire Point Telemetry cache for the better save.
Because that's something that's built into your Sergeant.
That's built into the Sergeant in that squad,
Because
correct.
you upgraded them.
Yes, but also they have the data tether, so even if it was on somebody else, I could still give it to them.
Got it. And now all the firepowers comes my way.
The fire, it's waves of firepower, which I don't normally love doing, but like it's been the right call so far, I think.
Oh, here comes the neutron laser. This time it's going to totally do more than one shot.
Hopefully. Do you know what a Scutarii Marshal does in combat?
I do not, but I'm betting.
Neither do I.
I'm betting it can take out 5 regular battle sisters.
No, it can't.
If it doesn't die to the Overwatch. Just saying. Go Vanguard. And then the neutron laser just toes in the ruin so he can look through it.
Yeah,
We know he's in. He's in.
There,
He's in. There
yeah.
we are. And I can also see him with my multi-meltas. All right, shooting.
Okay, Manipulus into the sisters there.
They're a Dominion squad. Come on,
They're
don't you know the
still
names of all my
sisters.
stuff?
They're still sisters.
3
shots.
auto hits.
Wounding on 4s.
AP?
1.
And you don't ignore cover, so I'm up to a 3 up then. Yeah.
Got one.
You got one. I'm not gonna. I'm going to kill the superior though, because they all have flamers, so they're good for Overwatch. What else you got?
We'll do the little radium carbine there.
They all hit. The
that's
6 is auto wound,
Wounds.
and you wound on 4, so 3 wounds. Also -1 because of him,
Yes.
so 3 up. Ooh.
Go get him, little buddy.
Yeah, well, that's 2 flamers gone.
Radium Serpenta.
Is that from the Marshal?
Yep.
Is it
I
6
don't
auto
know.
wound?
I have no idea with him.
So the 6 does auto wound, so it's just like a radium carbine thingy. Well, I'm just gonna die.
No, you get to cover.
It's -1, you said?
No.
Oh, he doesn't
Said
give him
none.
-1?
No. Okay, so he picks a squad.
Oh.
A core squad and gives them the -1.
Okay, well then I saved it. Now we're gonna play at the big
Neutron
guns.
laser. That thing.
What?
You got 6s for miracle dice, right?
I have a 6.
Okay.
I have a 5, 4, and a 2. But as a reminder though, not my vehicles, but all my sisters are gonna have a 5 up invuln, so it'll help them. So hold on. I gotta declare if I'm gonna do the holy smoke screen. Mm-hmm. How many? I'm not gonna smoke screen this because I'm gonna save that for the other immolator.
That's fair.
2 shots. So hitting on 2s. Oh, look at the 2. It's the 2. I should have smoke screen. Are you gonna
Can you
reroll?
point that?
Oh my goodness! I should have smoke screen. 3's doing right.
Yep. It's only
1 wound. Oh, I'm gonna make you work for this one. I'm grabbing a miracle die. It's a miracle. 6 up invuln.
Let's go this crawler into the same one.
The same one.
Yup.
Well, now I have a -1 because there's some dense cover, so I don't have to holy smoke screen Batman. Do you want to change your mind now that you realize I'm a dense cover?
I do, but I don't think I have a better choice.
You'd rather finish off the injured one than go for a fresh one?
That.
But that fresh one is surrounded by so many squads.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm gonna go after the wounded one already.
D3 shots.
No!
You've already used your reroll.
Why are they so bad?
It hits. Wounds out of 3. That's a wound. Well, I got nothing to help me now because apparently I don't have that thing anymore to modify my saves and rolls. So this is just a 6 up invuln. Mm-hmm. Right? Just a 6 up?
Just 6 up.
Just
You
a 6 up.
Just roll your 6.
And it's a D3 plus 3 damage, so minimum 4.
Yep.
Okay. So you might not kill it even if I fail the 6 up.
I know.
6 up though, right? Mm-hmm. It's a 4, not a 6. Don't roll a 1 or 2. Oh no.
There it is.
You've already used your reroll too.
Yep, I do have the stubbers I forgot to shoot. Which
Okay.
I'm gonna
We'll go
rectify
back
now.
to the first one and fire it. I just throw them both together. No, it's -1 of the second
Correct.
one.
So this one's hitting on 2s.
Okay. And then wounding on 5s.
Yes, sir.
Okay, nothing. The other one hits on 3s. Oh no, 4s.
4s.
And then 5s.
Oh!
There's 1! I can't do another miracle die. I've
Just
already used one
fail.
this phase. 3 up save. Woo! Oh, there's the 6. Kind of got it backwards, guys, but thank you anyways. Oh, the immolator survives.
Let's do it. Boom, into the other immolator.
That immolator
Yep.
with no dense cover and you're hitting normally on 4s?
Yes.
Holy smoke screens, Batman! Ooh, that's a lot of shots.
I'm looking for 5s and 5s, though.
5s to hit because of the holy smoke screens, Batman. Oh no.
Oh, tragic. See, the 4s wouldn't help that much.
Oh no. Dude.
See, I said they weren't that good.
5s to wound, so that's 2 wounds. So these are grav, so they're -3, and because I have at least a 3 up save, they're 2 damage. So -3, so I've got a 6 up save just against that. All right, so 2 damage.
Tragic.
That brings it down to 9 out of its 11 wounds.
And then we've got the phosphor. Oh!
These ones ignore cover.
The benefits of dense cover specifically.
Okay. Smoke screens doesn't do that. Nothing, right?
Yeah.
Dude!
Woof. Okay, that's
all
pretty
you got are
tragic.
your rangers. 7 rangers. I did
Oh,
not
that
expect.
stupid immolator needs to die, but...
Yeah, it's got 9 wounds left though.
Oh, this stupid immolator.
Oh, that one. Are you in range? You
yeah,
got the extra
30-inch range.
Well, then you're in range.
33-inch range in this list.
Well, then you're in range.
yeah, I know I'm in range.
36-inch range. Then you're in range.
I'm also in range over here.
Sure are. You gonna try to finish off the immolator?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal.
What do I got, like 8 guys left?
7.
That's even worse.
Because 1 fell, then 2 more fell for morale. No holy smoke screens, though. So what's your ballistic
Just
skill? 3s? 2 shots each? Is that what we're looking at?
They're heavy too, yeah.
Strength?
4.
So 5's to wound. Is there an AP to this?
There's AP -1.
Ooh. Well, math says you get this, but do the dice say it? 4 up saves. Oh, yeah. yeah. Oh, yeah. Do I blow up on a 6? I don't know why I picked up the 6. Oh, okay, because it already used up at 6, obviously. And I have a Battle Sister squad in here, and they'll get out the front, obviously, away from... Wait, you're going to be charging in there. I don't care. They're still going to come over here. So the 5 of them get out. On 1s, they die.
Let's see how many actually got out. Looks like 4.
Yeah, the other one just didn't quite get out. So we'll just do a regular bolter sister. Sorry. The immolator is destroyed. That is the end of the shooting phase. You want to charge?
Marshall's going to charge.
Ooh.
You're going to overwatch him.
What's his toughness and save?
I don't know, like...
Don't tell me, man, and I'll decide.
3 toughness, 4 up save, probably.
Yeah, it'll be a 3 up save, though. So the math says I get 7 shots on average, 3s to wound. So that's like, let's say 4 or 5. Then you have 3 up saves. Yeah, you stay alive. It's just a marshal. I don't really care. How many command points do I have left?
1.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I only have 1?
Well, you had 2 and then you spent 1.
Well, that's
So
math.
the math says...
I'm trying to think of what I'd use command points for. Like rerolls, obviously, but I already get like a built-in reroll. So bring back models, but you didn't kill anything. What would I need 2 command points for? The maximize flame shots. And that's about it. I can't use the stand back up divine intervention one, and I don't need to anymore because you can't get to my characters. You know what? What the heck? I'm
Weird
overwatching.
flex, but
Last
you're overwatching?
yeah, I'm overwatching. Was it a flex? It was. I guess it was. All right, 2 flamers. Ministorum flamers, so they're strength 5. Not that you care. You're just toughness 3. Well, I got the first average. These are 3s to wound. 6s are AP -1. So let's just roll 7 6s. Or just all 3s. So 7 of them. No AP. So you got a 3 up save because they're damage 1. You know what? I'll take no 6s and all wounds.
The fire burns.
Oh, he's dead! Unless you reroll. You want to reroll one of those?
Do I use the reroll? Yeah, whatever.
He's alive with
the
1
fire
wound.
really kind of burns. Ah!
I'm sorry. It would have been hilarious if you failed that charge.
I know. I would have laughed.
So just pop him on in there and kill his minions if the marshal's capable of that. Tech priest going in?
Yeah.
Why not, right? He made it. Good job. Big fat guy. Well, who wants to do the honors?
The marshal.
No, obviously, because he's going to be so much better.
I choose the bad one because I want to know what he does.
Hits on 3s?
Yep. Good start, bud. Good start.
Strength?
He's strength 6.
Oh, that's surprising. 2s to wound.
There it is.
AP?
-2 1 damage.
So 5 up. He does nothing! Nothing! And then the tech priest. It's okay, you got a big staff, not axe.
I'm gonna use the mechondrites.
Sure. You do you.
I get the
Josh.
3 additional attacks. Oh!
Oh no! What?
What?
Do they hit on 2s at least?
He hits on 3s.
Oh no. And then strength.
4?
All right. AP.
No.
Okay. 3 up. Oh, that got something.
Okay.
I got 1 more though. So
3 attacks with the staff.
do it. You could do it. 3s to hit. Oh, all right. All right. All right. 3s to wound.
Yep.
Okay. -1.
-1 2 damage. Ooh.
1 survives.
Ugh.
That'll make my sticking around a little harder though because I don't have the superior. I thought that
Told you they were bad.
Yeah. Well, I'll swing back and try to finish off your marshal. It would be embarrassing if this worked though. 4s to hit, 4s to wound, no AP. So you got like a 3 up save against it. Well, I'm gonna re-roll the hit because I can re-roll a hit or a wound. Nope. You laughed at a Dominion not killing your marshal.
Yeah.
Morale. You killed 4 of my Dominions.
Yeah, I did.
Leadership 7. I stay. And boy, do I stay.
Yep.
I lost 1 here, not enough to make me run. And I think that's the only ground casualty that I've lost. Yes. You blew up my immolator, though. You big jerk.
That wasn't on the ground?
You big jerk. No, he's boots on the ground, all right?
Oh, okay.
Well, Josh, that was your turn 4. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, it's about what I expected to do.
Yeah.
So I'm not that disappointed. Like, I was hoping for more, but no, it's about what I expected.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little tragic, but that's okay.
I actually thought you'd kill more. I thought I'd have more dead
Okay,
sisters.
because you in your mind, like, these are the scariest things in the world.
Not this turn. It's just
No,
they blew up a Land Raider like nothing, and that was
No,
I was
he
sad.
didn't. It was the Cataphrons that did all the work against
I
the
know,
Land Raider.
but the Land Raider had 1 wound left, and then it shot, and it did like 17 wounds.
So what
to
you're
it.
saying is it only did 1 wound.
It only got to do 1 wound, but it could have done more. I don't know. No, you're right. D3 shots. It's just too random.
They're for 115 points. I still love them.
Yeah, for their how many wounds and saves and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, if it was just flat 2 shots, then that'd be much more dependable.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is funny because that's the average of D3, and yet as soon as they say that, you're like, whoa, big difference.
Well, they
though.
kept it as a blast weapon, right? So.
Yeah, which against high strength doesn't make sense to be blast. I know it can. I know because most things that you're going to be firing at that are what you want to shoot at are not going to be 6 or more.
Right, but it's hilarious in the few occasions that there are 6.
Yeah.
Like 6 destroyers.
Or a 10-man
Hilarious.
Space Marine squad or something. Or like Terminator squad. That's where it would be really shiny.
That's perfect. Well, it's 6-man Terminator, sure.
Yeah.
Burp.
Yep. See you later. Okay, let's go to my turn. Command phase, I get a command point, and that's my command phase. Command phase. Advancing the Rhino. Ooh, yeah, 5, baby. It's gonna drive like this. Hello.
Why are you the way you are?
I was born that way. I'm gonna fall back with this Dominion. Straight up. Straight up.
Do I cut her down? No.
You can if you want.
I got-
You get to roll 2 dice.
I know, I'm not going to. I got 5 command points, though. I'm
really?
saving them for something important. I don't know
think-
what that is yet, but...
I'm gonna use my 1 command point right now in the movement phase so that she can still shoot even though she fell back.
Okay, done.
Okay? I just want it out of the way so I don't have to think anymore about whether I'll reroll or use stratagems or whatever. This squad of battle sisters, you know what? I can throw in advance, so why not just make this so whatever. It was in range. We're just gonna go here, and we're gonna be melt range. Now you're touching the ruins, so I can see through them. Let's advance this empty Rhino. Good old 5 again. Vroom, vroom. Make sure not to block line of sight too much. That's good enough. Now the annoying part of moving everything here. So once again, I'm just going to give you before and after. I don't normally like to do before and afters this far into the game, but I've got to put the camera down to move all of this. Essentially, I'm going to be trying to get some more into melta range of this thing, and also just rushing some up because I got to grab the objective. Thankfully, I could advance and still fire, so we're good there. And there we are. Everybody advanced forward because we can still shoot. So you can kind of see it from this point of view too. Not on the objective, but we don't know where it's going to go anyways. Basically, if Josh wins the roll-off in turn 5, I'm in trouble. And if I win the roll-off, he's in trouble.
Depends how far it goes. I need to win the roll-off, and then we need to roll high for the distance.
Yeah, you want it to go like way back here.
Yes.
So, well, we're going to try to eliminate a lot of your stuff. Like, I'm hoping that most everything on this side of the table will be gone, and you'll only have your neutron laser and tech priest. So, not that I wish Josh any ill will, but I'd sure want to see his army dead.
You got to win sometimes, man.
Let's start with this flamer going into your
Marshall?
Marshall. I don't have anything fancy for this, just D6 shots. Huh. Well, 1 shot.
That's all you need.
Wounding you on a 3. Re-rolling because of my order. See? Nothing fancy. Stormbolter into the Marshal. Rapid fire. We'll re-roll one of the hits.
Do you get dense cover in the way at all? It doesn't matter.
Now, yeah, I do, but I hit on 4s then. 3s to wound. So 2 wounds. You're in cover, and you have your +1 thing, so you're a 2-up save. You only got 1 wound left, though. Okay. Next Stormbolter from the next Rhino. This one, yeah, shooting through dents. 4s to hit. I will re-roll one of those. So I want more chances to roll 6s to wound. 3s to wound. So 3 more wounds with a 2-up save. There it is, unless you want to re-roll. Keep your Marshal alive. Does that feel like it? Sure, why not, right? He's alive. Congratulations. Well, fine, I'll contribute the Melta gun into him. We'll put the no, I don't want to do that. I want the Melta, it's in Melta range right there. So we'll put the 2 bolters into him, and then Melta gun, multi-Melta. It's a combi Melta, but I'm going to do the Melta gun side into your big neutron laser, dude. Let's rapid fire those bolters. 4s to hit. I ain't re-rolling any of this. And 3s to wound. 2 wounds, 2-up save. You're alive still. Multi-Melta, Melta. I don't think I have anything I have to roll them separately for. No, they're both in Melta range. 3s to hit. Canoness is nearby to reroll the ones. Oh. And then 3s to wound. What's his toughness?
T7.
Okay, so 3s to wound. And reroll, whether the Palatine is there or not. She is, actually. So, but I get my own little built-in reroll. Only one of them. -4. No, -5.
5 up invuln.
Oh, that would have been beautiful. Josh, is this how you're going to win the game? I'm just going to whiff all my shots?
Yeah, I think we said that before the turn started.
Yeah, we did. Well, this battle, Sister Squad, we're going to fire the 3 bolt guns. It's all 2-up saves no matter where I shoot. So we're going to fire back at your Marshal. And then multi-melta and the melta-gun portion of the combi melta into the big thing. So 3 bolters backwards. 4s through dense cover, re-rolling 1s. Got 2 hits, winning on 3s. We've got a 5 and a 6. Ooh, let's roll those separately. It's a 2-up and a 3-up. 2-up.
2-up.
3-up. Look at you, snazzy man. The multi-melt is in melta range. The melta gun is not. So let's do the multi-melta first, because that's where I want my re-rolls. 3s to hit. Oh, okay. 3s to wound. I'll use my 1 re-roll for this. Okay, good. Failure saves.
5s.
1 gets through. How many wounds does it have?
11, I believe.
Okay. I'm going to grab this miracle die.
Which miracle die?
It's a 5,
no.
so you take 7 from that. So you're down to 4. Yeah, I gotta eke these through. Now the melta gun, which, by the way, I could use another Act of Faith for, because I have a similar acronym there. It says you can use an Act of Faith even if you already use an Act of Faith. It's a hit, wounding on a 3 as well. It's a wound, 5 up invuln, or you're dead. Oh, I had a 4 sitting over there with his name on it.
Still alive.
I know. This feels familiar.
dead.
I really, honestly, there's a deja vu there. No, I'm serious. I actually don't know what it's from. There's a deja vu there of another game of something like this happening, and I'm being totally serious. Before I get too carried away with trying to kill the neutron laser, let's put the twin multi-melta into the Cataphren destroyers. 3s to hit.
Stop.
Reroll 1. I'll reroll it here. 3s to wound. I got nothing to help there. It's not core. The Palatine doesn't help or anything like that. I am gonna whip this, Josh. I killed so much last turn. Oh no! Okay, Stormbolter into your Marshal. 4s to hit. 1 reroll. This is from the Rhino, by the way. 3s to wound. Okay, 2-up save. You have no reroll here. Just die. It's okay. We've got this squad right here. It's gonna be multi-melta into him, and then all the. I gotta check for the bolter view. Yeah, all I can see is the multi-melta. Yeah, because the combi melta can see as well.
Can the bolters see this as well, or no?
Oh yeah, I guess I can fire the bolters too. Sure.
Okay.
I just don't think of them.
Don't start making the sloppy mistakes because you're rolling bad.
Oh no, I can grab an Act of Faith die and finish him off. As soon as one of these gets 3s dead.
I'm just saying if the
3s to wound.
doesn't.
3s to wound. 1 reroll. Oh, for goodness sakes. 5 up invuln. Don't you keep making these. Thank you. With a simulacrum, I can do another Act of Faith and see you later, alligator. Does he blow up? No, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Get lost. I keep forgetting that I have heavy bolters in there too. So I'll have the heavy bolter just fire at the same squad because that's where they would have all been declared. So 3s to hit, and nothing. Okay, well, that was fun. We're gonna focus on those Rangers. If I had killed 1 or 2 of those with the Immolator, I might put more effort into them. But I've got a lot of firepower that can go into the Rangers, so let's do that. Start with the squad out front. No, squad at the back. All the bolters will fire in a multi-melta. Do the multi-melta first because that's where I would use my rerolls. 3s to hit, 2s to wound, rerolling 1s. So 2 wounds, you get your 6 up invulns. Whew, good. So 2 of them die to that. And then we've got 4 bolters, which will be 3s to hit. I'll use the reroll here. 3s. So 3s to hit, 3s to wound. So that's at -1, which doesn't matter because you get so many pluses here. So you're fine at a 2-up. Next squad here will do the same thing, hopefully even better. Multi-melta on 3s. I'll reroll 1s thanks to the Canoness. Oh, just 1 hits, 2s to wound. Rerolling 1s thanks to the Palatine. Thank you. 6 up invuln or die. Oh, I meant don't roll a 6 up invuln.
Oh, I got confused.
Sorry, I said 6 up invuln.
I thought you were commanding me.
No, don't roll a 6 up invuln and die.
Oh, awkward.
And
I'm
then,
sorry.
and then the bolters, reroll 1s. I haven't used a reroll yet. Sorry, that was a hit. So we got 4 hits, 3s to wound. The 6s don't matter. So 3 more at 2 up. Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Just out of that. That
There
works.
it goes.
So there's 3 left, and then we'll have the last squad here. We got some rapid fire at this point too. And the Melta gun, I'm going to just use only the Melta profile. So in that case, I can roll all 3 of them together because I don't care about being a Melta range or whatever. So looking at 3s to hit, reroll 1s thanks to the Cannon S, 2s to wound, 3 more at 6 up, and the squad is dead.
Got him.
I killed 20 Rangers, mostly with Meltas. I think like 3 or 4 of them died to regular bolter fire.
Not very much.
And like 16 of them died to multi-meltas and melta-guns. I don't know why that feels like both an achievement and the saddest thing I've ever said. At the end of the phase, I get a miracle die. It's a 3. And I have no charging. And yeah, this is going into battle round 5. So I don't think you're going to kill me. But where that objective goes is basically going to determine whether either of us wins this game.
Oh, I still have a chance here. I'm just going to roll high.
Well,
Oh, dang it.
Boop. How far? How far? 3 inches. Yeah. Well, obviously it comes in right here. Not that you can't kill all of them. You've got plenty of shots. But I get to go last.
Yeah, I can't prevent you just from jumping on it.
Yeah. So it's up to you if you want to play out the turn and shoot me up. Or if you
I
want
don't
to
think
just
I
call
have
it
anything
now.
cool to show off.
Not really. You'd fire just a bunch of regular shots, kill some sisters.
Yeah, I think we can make a better post game instead of just having a boring last turn.
Okay.
The time is better spent there.
I agree. Yeah, so post-game
So,
show.
good game, sir.
Well, thank you. And in case, there's been times, one of the games where people are like, I don't actually know how they won. Why are they saying that it's over? This is the last turn. You get 1 victory point if you control at the end of your command phase, which obviously Josh will not. And then you get 2 victory points if you control at the end of the game. So
Which I can't prevent Matthew from doing.
I can easily do it, because you can basically move forward and shoot everybody off of it so I don't get any command points. Or sorry, victory points. But actually, shooting everybody off of it would be next to impossible, because I've got 2 units on it and 2 characters, which you can't start shooting the characters until you've killed most of the units. But let's say you manage to shoot all of it off, Rhino drives up, and I
Yeah,
win.
so even if I have guys on it, it doesn't matter. And you've got enough objective secure to lock.
Oh yeah, there's more objective secure
That's the
there.
point. It's not the Rhino, it's the objective secure.
Yes, I just jump on it, because, well, they're objective secured. So,
They are.
So
Yeah,
I just
but
have...
they still only count as 1.
Yeah, exactly. And so you could do some interesting...
And you've got me actually blocked, so I couldn't even get close to it.
He'd have to move up, not kill that thing, and roll a hide charge, and like wrap around here, kill it, and then like pile
Yeah,
in
it's not
that
gonna
way.
happen.
And then they would be on it. And then I'd have to just come out with multi-meltas and kill them. So yeah. Anyways, so that's how it's working out here. And for all of you wonderful Vault members, Josh and I have another battle report just for you. I will be playing Sisters of Battle, their new codex with the Order of the Argent Shroud, and Josh will be playing the new Adeptus Mechanicus with the Lucius Forged World. You can click the link below to get your free mini wargaming trial. Whew. Well, post-game show.
Yes.
I'm not sure how I feel about that game. I've never had so few models die. Like my dead pile is only that. That's just a small, and a couple immolators.
Not very much. I think I decided fairly early on the goal was to try to... Because usually what I want to do is cripple my opponent and have them not be able to get to the point that they can catch back up.
Right.
But in this one, it's like, no, like I got to play it slow. I got to make sure I do my best to just trade up little bit by little bit, but still be standing at the end. Because the hope was, to drag the objective way back. As soon as you get it into your side, that was kind of rough. But rushing forward, I'm thinking in my mind, if I keep winning the priority rolls,
You did for a while.
I could try to drag it back. Yeah, so I won half of them, I think. No, I won 3 of them, you won 2 of them, I think.
Yeah, I won the first and the last. You won all the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out if we did it turn 1, and yeah, you do.
Yeah, I went 7 inches deeper, and then you won 3 times, bring it to where it was, and then I got it 3 inches back.
Yeah.
So I got 10 inches back towards mine in total, so that 3 wasn't enough to make the difference. It's obviously a wonky scenario. When you play open war, you have to understand that. Like the combination of where the objective was and one of the deployment zones being right on it is going to skew the game. And then furthermore, in hindsight, I wish I hadn't placed that much ruins covered. I think I would rather like open it up so that Josh, if he jumped on the ruins, he'd have some line of sight. But you always want places for people to hide. It's important because 40k is a little too alpha strikey otherwise. If you don't have enough hiding places, but it shouldn't necessarily be enough for all of your army to hide.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's striking a balance. It was a good dense board. There was a couple lanes to shoot down, but ultimately this feels like more the match play games I've seen. Where
Right.
there isn't actually that much stuff dying.
Right, because everything's just hiding and popping up to grab objectives.
Right,
at
and the
last
only
moment.
catch here was that there's only one objective that you got to pull kind of behind the cover that you were using.
Yeah, I kind of wish there was like 3 objectives, one on your side and like one in the middle, one on my side, because then I know that still would give me the advantage, but there'd be a little more to play for.
Right.
And like those cataphrens dropping in the back, maybe could have done something for
That
a turn.
was, I mean, that was a high risk play, but I needed to do that to try to break up Matthew's formation.
And it did. For the rest of the game, it was really hard for me to position them. Thankfully, I always had some targets. And I can't believe I killed a squad of 20 with multi-meltas. That just felt weird.
Weird. Now that is, so there's a little bit of positioning. Obviously, I went pretty hard on that one flank because I can't pass that Warlord trade off to somebody near, or to somebody anywhere on the board with the data tether. So you need to stay close by to your Warlord to get that. So keeping him a little bit more central could have been nice, but there just wasn't the line of sight blocking I needed to kind of protect him. I think the biggest misplay for me, honestly, was being a little too aggressive on the turn that I lost my chicken walkers, the Balisarius.
Yeah.
Because if I had paid more attention, I could have kept them further back. You still would have had range with the multi-meltas,
But
it
not
would
Melta range.
have, right. So it would have been a lot more work
Yes.
for you. But you rolled pretty well anyways. You didn't.
Well,
need to
all
roll
6
damage.
got through, but if I was rolling D6 damage, most likely one of them at least would have survived.
Right.
With any luck, 2 of them would have survived.
And that where, you know, just being smart where you've got your buffs and putting the can't be wounded better than a 4 up on the Vanguard squad, I think was still the right call. But it's cool that you can do it with them.
Yeah.
Unless I've terribly misplayed it.
Well, you can look it up right now if you like. I have to say, though, I think the one thing that I am failing to say that is really one of the big deciding factors of this game, besides the wonkiness of the scenario and how everything was deployed in the ruins, was the order I played. Because I was allowed to advance and fire at full
was
ballistic skill.
Huge for you this game, yeah.
Yeah, because it allowed me, basically every time I needed to get somewhere, I had to advance. When I did the alpha striking coming through the ruins, those were advances. Anything less than an advance would have got me onto the road, but not in. So I would have had to rely on driving up the street with my immolators, taking maybe a couple pot shots if I was lucky, and then you killing those, getting out, and then moving up.
Yeah, I think I would have been able to just tear you apart.
Exactly. So I think, honestly, the reason I was able to do so well was because simply of the ability of my order, which combined, remember the 2 things, advance or move, and count 3 remaining stationary in the shooting phase, and reroll a hit or a wound roll. Like, think about all those rerolls that I could do on all those melta guns. Now, I had like the canonesses and palatines nearby that helped a lot too, but just the extra 2s rerolled, an extra 2 rerolled, extra 3 rerolled. I think that made, honestly, if you removed that from my army, I don't think I could have, it would have been the same. I think you would have had more stuff left over. So like the objective still would have ended up where it was, because that's, rolls. But you'd have had so much more stuff alive, because I would have been forced to move slowly. And all of a sudden the cataphrons in the back really would have sucked. I would have had to spend a turn just loading back up in my transports and then advancing forward, giving up a whole turn of shooting. Whereas in this case, I was always shooting, except the first turn, of course.
Right. So yeah, I couldn't figure out the right way to play around that. But
Probably is one of the more powerful orders now that I think about it. And I'm not even a match play player, and I can see how in a GT setting, it's going to be nuts that you can advance up onto objectives and still fire your multi-meltas and
right.
flamers you could already do, but heavy flamers, even your immolators being able to advance and fire, all that kind of stuff.
Well, the one thing that didn't get to show off here, but I think it'll come up obviously more often in match play, is the AdMech stratagem. It's 1 command point. I do it at the start of the morale phase. I pick any objective anywhere on the board, and anything that was within, I think it's within 6 of it, like within range to hold that objective, auto passes morale. So
That's
there's
cool.
no limit on that. So I think that combined with the very defensive nature of Lucius could be kind of cool.
Yeah, your +1 save thing was tough to get through. It was basically I had to just melt at you.
It's very disheartening to
Yeah.
have to, yeah.
Like, you saw how many flamer shots I put in that squad, and I killed 11 of them.
Yep.
Like, those are strength 6 flamers, man.
Yeah, it
You
doesn't
forced me
matter.
to wound you on 4s, and then having a 2-up save against a damaged 1 weapon, because you benefit from cover. Oh no, I ignored the cover part, but because they're retributors. But
Well, I mean, so you take this list. There's some inefficiencies that are still kind of fun to play around with, but That blob of Vanguard with the upgrades is 170 points for the 20-man.
That's not bad.
And that's them ignoring the benefits of light cover when they shoot at something, as well as having the data tether, which you don't really need to buy, but it's only 5 points, so it's nice. You don't have to think about it. So being able to add, I don't know, to go up to a full 2,000 point list and go, I'm just going to add 40 more of those guys.
Right.
And still have points left over. 40 more of those, and we'll throw another 20 Rangers in. Like, there's just so many squads marching up the board.
With decent damage output, too.
Well, yeah, the one thing that we didn't get to really show off with the Rangers, because I haven't used, that's the first time I used a 20-man blob of them, and I didn't have a good opportunity, is you can go 2 command points and you turn their guns into rapid fire 2.
So you get close and they become 4 shots.
Either 4 shots apiece at the strength 4, AP -1 built in. If you're buffing them with the Manipulus, then Lucius is giving them +3 inch range, so they're 33, goes to 39.
So rapid firing at like, what is that?
19 and a half, I think.
Yeah, 19 and a half.
4 shots a dude, and that would be at AP2.
4 strength 4 -2. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, there's just...
With a Ballistic Skill 3 up?
A base one of 3 up, and then very easy to buff them with a ton of different stuff. Yeah, there's some cool things to do. The Cataphrons are good as fire support, but I think, the more Skitarii I can get in the list, the more you have to focus on them.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I look forward to trying out some more orders. You won't see the order of the Argent Shroud for a while, because I've only done 2 of the orders so far, having played Ebon Chalice last Saturday, or not last Saturday, a couple Saturdays ago, in our review battle report, which you can see on YouTube. And so I think the next one I'm going to try out is Bloody Rose to do close combat. But I want to try something like atypical of what it used to look like. I'll still have my Repentia, of course, because you got to see how they've changed, because I know it's going to be a little different for them. Not as easy to handle with the +1 attack. But I also want to just try out big blobs of Sisters. And because when you get up to 20, you can have 2 multi-meltas in there and 2 melta-guns and still a combi. Like it's almost as much firepower as a Retributor squad. And then you have access to stratagems to make it so you can only win them on 4s if they're near an objective, firing full number of shots of their rapid fire. And then, buff them with a priest to give them an extra attack. And then when they charge in, they have 3 attacks each. And they use a stratagem to auto wound on 6s. So that could be pretty cool. Could be cool. I'm not sure. We'll see.
There's a lot of potential there.
Yeah. I just want to see what that looks like. I don't want every game to be Retributors and Immolators. I want it to be able to, big squads of Battle Sisters, or we're getting new models painted up.
Because the studio has a ton of Sisters right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have lots of just foot-slogging Sisters. I could easily do multiple squads of 20 with whatever weapons that I want. And just waiting for all the new models to get painted up, because obviously they'll fit in nicely to Bloody Rose as well, especially the new Celestian Sacrosancts and the Paragon warsuit thingies.
Right.
So, and seeing those in the Order of the Bloody Rose could be really cool as well. So, I'm looking forward to all of that. Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed that. Stay tuned for more Warhammer 40k Battle Reports. Happy wargaming.